There's a wind that blows from here to South Dakota. There's a fire that whips right through the skies in old Santa Fe. There's a girl tonight asleep in San Antonio, and a boy who feels it out in West LA.
There's a million voices singing by the river. There's a
Hi friends! Welcome to our 20, what is it, Skylar Faith? What is this?
Episode 26.
It's
Yeah.
episode 26. I cannot
You didn't
believe
see it.
I didn't. I cannot, that's a beautiful sign. I cannot believe that we have done 26 of these. Oh my goodness, that's a lot.
That's just...
Do you think that's crazy? Do you think that's crazy? Hi, thanks for tuning in tonight in Facebook land and all over the place. When we started doing this not very long ago, well, it seems like it's been a little bit long ago now. My idea was to come to you live every evening in a hopes of connecting, in a hopes with reaching out to community, to check in with everyone, find out if we're okay, to share information, to tell people what was going on in our community. And so I said to my husband, Andrew, who is my handy-dandy cameraman, and my daughter, Skylar, who is our audience of one, I said, I think it would be really great if we could do this every night. I just want to do it every night. And he said, every night? And I said, yeah, every night. We're just going to do it every night. And I didn't know how long this was going to last, but it's lasted for a bit. So here we are, episode 26. That's how you became the stage manager. You know that. That's because you could keep track of what day it was and Mommy couldn't. So, so we want to start always by saying that we know how lucky we are to be here in the comfort of our own home, in our four walls. The beautiful sounds that you heard at the beginning was the One Voice chorus of Charlotte. They were singing a song that I wrote in 2008 called Love is Love that was arranged by the marvelous Kevin Robinson. And that song is really close to my heart. It's part of the reason that we're here tonight with our very special guest, which we'll talk about later. But that was a piece that they recorded and put on a CD. And one of the reasons that I wanted to share that tonight is because I know that a lot of musical performances have been canceled, and certainly our wonderful choir communities are sad and they're being affected, and they're not able to harmonize. They're not able to be together and sing and just join one another in song. So we're going to talk about that a little later on tonight too. But now let's get down to it. Sorry for the glitch. That's so weird. The other day, everyone in California was saying that all of their electronics were going off, like things were shutting down, computers were shutting down, Wi-Fi was going out. I think, are you going to be okay, honey? Are you looking
Yeah, I just can't believe it.
We're good for now. We're back. And while we're at it, we're going to show your fancy, we'll show your fancy t-shirt later. Let's see who's on right now. I do this every night, and I'll make sure that I share again just in case the feed isn't going through. Hi, Priscilla, you're here. They're all here. Claire's here. Everyone's here. There's lots of people here. I'm going to share this to my other page so that if you're not my friend, I mean, we're all friends, but if you're not my friend, you can get this at Randi Driscoll, my music page. So if we're not like personal friends, you can get it there. Okay, Skylar Faith, here's the part of the day where we say what we did today. So what did we do today?
Reading.
We did reading. Who did we do reading with?
Becky and her kids.
Becky and her kids, Noah. And Talia, how did that go?
Just Noah.
Well, that's right. It was just Noah today. Talia wasn't there. It was Noah. Was it fun?
Mm-hmm.
It was they read excerpts from Free to Be You and Me, I think is what they did. Yeah? Fantastic. And so listen, I got creative. When we learned that we were homeschooling, I just got super creative. I decided that I would call all of my friends and my family all over the country and let them teach Skylar in the afternoon. We called it Skylar's Electives with Skylar Faith. And lucky for her, she knows a lot of incredibly talented artists and scientists and people who jump on and they teach her classes so that Daddy and I can go cocktail for a half hour? No, that's not what we do. No.
Listen.
No, it's not what we do. But it is real. Have you really enjoyed having people check in on you and having like remote teaching? Yeah. We learned today that Tennessee schools will be closed for the rest of the year. Skylar, were you very sad to hear that?
Yeah, because Theola told me.
Theola told you. Yeah, someone spilled the beans. Yeah.
Shout out to Theola.
Hi, Wendy. Hi, Rye. Hi, Karen. It keeps freezing. Is it still freezing, people?
I don't know.
Tell us if it's freezing. Let me know. You mean it comes in delayed, so it might, 10 minutes from now. But let's see. Are we freezing? No, we're good. Okay. Oh, love from Toronto. Toronto's on. California's on. Pennsylvania's on. Woohoo! Pasadena's on. Nashville. Hi, Gio. Hi, Shauna. Okay, so school was good today, and then we also do gym. Daddy has now become coach. So he does gym in the garage. He'll do gym outside. It was cold today. It was freezing today. So did you do gym inside or outside? You don't remember. You can't remember if you were inside the house. That's how long we've been here. She can't remember the difference between inside and outside.
Inside. Well, technically outside, but it was in the garage, not inside our house.
There you go.
Just in the garage, so technically inside outside.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Okay. So let's see what else we can do here. I want to do some happy birthdays while I make sure that this is shared everywhere. Happy birthday to Ashlyn. Happy birthday to Erica. New pictures. When this started, I asked everyone, actually. It started with I yelled out to the kiddos to do it, but really it's not kids anymore. So anyone that wanted to put some art up on the wall. So we have new art tonight from Rylan and Ava and Mia. That's coming to you from all over the place. It's there's California and there's Michigan and there's oh my gosh, we have photos from San Diego and Ohio and Boston and everywhere. It's kind of amazing. So thanks for sending in the pictures. We really love it. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. Also, Andrew, do you want to maybe show someone your shirt if you can?
Oh.
I know it's going to be hard, but hold on a second. Maybe Skylar can do it. Skylar can do it.
You want to
Here's
do it?
what we did. We used to start this by always wearing a t-shirt to support something that was near and dear to my heart. Then I ran out of t-shirts, couldn't find the t-shirts. Then we got to day 20, 21, 24. Wasn't able to really order t-shirts. So now it's just wear what you want. And but tonight we have a few t-shirts from the foundation that we're supporting this evening. And so we'll go ahead and show Daddy's t-shirt. Go ahead, show
All right.
Daddy.
Hold on. Yep. Can you do it? Right there? You got it. Got it?
Erase. Hey, can I say the waves?
Of course.
Of course you can.
Wait.
Okay.
Erase.
Oh,
I want to hold it.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Can I hold
Good job.
Thank you, Skylar.
Good
Thanks so much.
job.
And that leads us to our charity that we are showcasing this evening because it's very special, Randy's live Facebook edition. Do you want to hold up the sign, Skylar Faith? I love that you're wearing purple. That was a coincidence,
That's
too.
right. And the charity is?
Matthew Shepard Foundation.
That's right.
Perfect.
If you guys didn't see it.
MatthewShepard.org. Let's see who's on before I intro the song.
It looks like our people are coming
Our
back
people
now.
are on.
Yep.
Sorry about that. Hi, Joe. I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Kathy Renna. Hi, Dawn. You're back in. You're back in. Yes. Hashtag erase hate always. Okay. So we told them about the day dinner. Oh, dinner. We always share what we're having for dinner because we are trying to eat home as much as possible. So tonight is Nana's baked ziti. Luckily, before this all happened, I had put a whole lot of Nana's recipes in the freezer. And so tonight is some baked ziti. And by the time this is over, the baked ziti will be done. Skylar's super excited about that. Okay, I think that's all of our list of things we have to list tonight. So we are really excited. We have a very special guest this evening, and I'm not going to do a long introduction to this song. I'll just say that many of you have requested this, and I've appreciated your request for it. It was the first song that was requested when we did our first live evening one, so many moons ago. And I always intended to sing it. I was just waiting, and I was knowing that we were going to highlight some nonprofits that meant a lot to our heart. And this one is especially close to me, and my connection through, well, I don't want to say my connection through this nonprofit because it's become so much more than that. My connection through this family and these people that I call my family and all of the beautiful people that are on right now. Hi, Jason. All of the people that I've met, so much of my travels and my work and people that I call my tribe. You know, we talk about my tribe. Is through this song and through this family, and so I feel blessed every time I get to sing it. So this song was written in 1998 after a hate crime that happened to a young man named Matt. He lost his life, and I've been introducing this song the same way for 20 years, saying that people did not understand, or should we say even agree, with the way Matthew chose to love, and for that his life was taken. Seems unreal to believe that it happened then, and it seems even more unreal to believe that we have these types of discussions today. And I was thinking about, I didn't really think about the intro, but I was thinking today about how odd it is that hate is even around when something like this happens, and the situation that we're all in just makes it so obvious how we are one world and one community and one human race. And we're all just trying to get through to be able to breathe for the next day. And so the more and more I think about hate even being part of the narrative, it just seems so sad. But this song is not a sad song. This is a song about unconditional love. It's a song about a family's love and truly resilience. And it's about hope for a better tomorrow. So I'm going to sing this for you right now. And this song is called What Matters. You were the brightest angel heaven had ever seen. You walked in with the story to tell, and 10,000 that is what matters, and it's nice to share that song in this space. And for those of you that have wanted to hear it and have been asking to hear it, the journey with that song has been a beautiful one. I could not be more honored to know and love the Shepard family and to be part of the work that they do, which is something that has really been a blessing. It's opened my eyes in so many different ways to so many amazing people doing so many incredible things. And I've just been really lucky to be involved with them. So we're putting their link to that organization up online. It's matthewshepard.org. Skylar made that groovy photo. I'm just going to check real fast to see if we're stalling anymore. I feel like we're back. Hey, Sienna's here. My New Jersey people are in the house. I always like doing this live because we get to virtually check in with people, and I'm so happy that you're okay. And I'm nervous when I don't hear from my people, and I've got people in all of the states that are heavily affected right now. So I feel really good when we check in. Oh, there's someone at the door. Look at that. Should we see who's at the door? Let's see who's at the door. Well, will you look who's there? Whoa! Hi, friend. It's so good to see you.
Great to see you guys.
Oh, we appreciate you being here, and it's really good to see you. It's really, really wonderful. So for Facebook land, and for anyone that might be tuned in right now, anyone that might not know who my guest is this evening, this is Judy Shepard. And Judy, you brought a guest. There's someone photobombing you right now.
Yes, there is. This is Dennis.
Hi, Dennis. How are you?
Well, I'm worried.
Yeah. Oh no.
I've been with her so long. She's going stir crazy and having hallucinations.
Well, yeah, I was a little worried about that. Let's be honest here. The real reason that I'm checking in is because I wanted to know how the quarantine was treating the two of you. I wanted to know how Judy and their quarantine buddy were doing. So.
Right. So we have the introvert who's doing fine, and the extrovert who's not doing so fine.
She has these imaginations that, people are wearing strange hats all the time.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's okay. You are wearing a strange hat right now. So
I'm not wearing a hat.
And
that's the thing. He just thinks I am.
And so we know, meaning Andrew and I and Skylar know where you're calling in from. But for the people out there that might not know where you're calling in from, and especially because it looks kind of cold where you are, where are we getting this phone call from today?
We're calling you from Casper, Wyoming.
Yeah.
It's fixing to snow. It's really dark outside right now.
Center of the state.
It really does look cold. I'm not even going to lie to you. It looks really chilly.
It is cold. It's 20-something.
Oh my gosh. Well, and okay. So one of the reasons I started this was not just to make sure that my little family had something to do every night, although that's been really a nice distraction now that we are homeschooling, which we didn't plan to do. But it's a nice way for us to be distracted, but really, truthfully, it was a way for us to virtually reach out to people that we care about and people that we love and see how they're doing. So how has it been since this started, and what were you doing, more importantly, when this started? Like, what was life like before this started, and then this happened? Explain to us.
Well, before the virus became a big thing, we traveled all the time. So instead of being in an airplane or a hotel, we're home now.
Yeah.
That's definitely a change. We're not out and about, and it's definitely different.
Yeah. How is Wyoming? Are you what's your stay-at-home order, if there is one, or are you one of the states that doesn't have one yet, or how is Wyoming?
Yeah, no, we don't have a stay-at-home. We don't have a shelter-in-place order, but we have a social distance, non-essential businesses closed. But you have to realize nobody really lives in Wyoming.
You're already distanced, yeah.
Every president has 17 miles of social distance.
Except I can't get her to go over 17 miles from the house.
I mean, you're not even looking at him. He's just putting on strange hats. That's just all he's doing, really.
No, I'm not wearing a hat. That's
I'm starting to feel like
fever that she has.
Yeah, I'm starting to think we need to go rescue Judy, is what I'm thinking. I'm feeling like someone needs to go and get her. So don't worry, help will come. Help will come. So no, I do know that traveling obviously is such a large part of what you do, and it's so important to your work with the foundation. And so obviously, I thought when this happened that would put a halt. Have you been able to do any of your talks? Any of your things online yet? Is that something that's been set up, or it just really doesn't work that way? I know you travel to a lot of companies, a lot of schools. Has that just kind of all halted?
Well, right now it's definitely halted. Dennis and I do a lot of concerts, and considering Matthew Shepard and Memory Project plays, things like that that actually require an audience, right? So
yes,
we haven't been doing any of that, and the staff is all working remotely from home.
Yeah.
So nobody's really doing traveling
Right.
at all. It's just too scary.
Yeah, so for those of you that may not know, the foundation's office is actually located in Colorado. They're in Denver. So I just assumed the doors were closed, and I knew that, people were all using social media as much as possible. But so what are you thinking right now with the work that you do with the foundation, with the Matthew Shepard Foundation, and all of, our missions and your mission to erase hate and to combat bullying, and especially during this time, what messages do you think are important to get to people out there? And one of the reason I'm asking this question is because I read an article 2 days ago about what it's like for particularly teens right now, right? Who might be home, and now they're using social media more than ever, and they're really only interacting that way. And some of them might be feeling even more isolated than before, and some of them might be experiencing cyberbullying. And I know that the Matthew Shepard Foundation is very interested in that. That's why Matthew's Place is there, right? Partially to stop that. So what do you think would be important to share to people who might be going through that right now?
Right. Well, the webpage, matthewsplace.com, is for young people to tell their own story, to share their own experiences, and hopes that other kids going through the same thing will have, a frame of reference.
Yes.
A lot of kids who went through transition are going through it, trans kids.
Yes.
It's just a place really to vent. It's not conversational, it's a sharing of your story, a place to read about how other kids are getting through what's going on. And really all you have to do to participate is go to the website, matthewshepard.org, and there is a link to matthewsplace.com there as well.
Yeah.
And to show that they're not alone.
Yes.
No matter how they feel and what they think others are feeling about them, they are not alone.
And there's also a resource page with numbers, Trevor Project, those kinds of things where kids are really desperate need to go. So, resources are out there. We're still here. We still have all that stuff going on, information about hate crimes. We know hate crimes have picked up, particularly against Asian Americans now. And hate crimes against the LGBT plus community are growing 43%, up 43%. So things are not good right now.
Right.
But we're still doing everything we can the best way we know how. So
absolutely. Well, and I think that online presence is really important, and I'm glad that you shared that. And like I said, we'll put the link up for that. I think it's really important. It's just everyone needs to know that they're not alone, because I think right now people are feeling more alone than ever. Even people that know that they have this community, there's a lot of loneliness out there, and so I'm really glad you shared that.
Something else is important too about that is that this pandemic that's hit right now, that is pushing everybody out to be by themselves and to shelter alone. I hate to say it, but the current administration is the main cause of it, and we've got to make change. And regards to social distancing, you need to vote.
Yeah.
All right, we need to get back to the real world and get the fairy tales out of the briefing every afternoon.
Yeah. Skylar asked the other day, so interesting you brought up voting. Skylar asked the other day, and this is completely unprompted. She said, I just think everyone should just go on their computer and vote. Seems really easy. And I thought imagine what this world looks like to a 7-year-old, where she's like thinking, wouldn't you just kind of do it the way we do everything else now? It seems simple. And I just thought, oh, honey, we don't know what the world is going to look like a few months from now, but we're certainly hoping that there's a way for that to happen. And
we also need to change it so that it's done on Saturdays and Sundays and not during the work week, so everybody has a chance to get in there.
Oh, that's true. So that it's easy for people to vote. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not always easy, no. Okay, so then the other thing that I was interested to get your perspective on, and again, we're really grateful that we really wanted to see you and we really wanted to check in with you, but I do want to hear your perspective because I also feel like on the other side of that, you're seeing people have to come together, right? Literally to save lives, we all have to do the right thing. And it just occurred to me the other day when I was thinking, oh, Judy's going to be on and we'll chat. And I had no idea Dennis was going to dress up for us and do hats and stuff. But I knew that we would just sort of chat and I had a couple questions for you. But I thought,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, they're just keep coming. They're literally just
amazing.
I had you on the wrong show, Dennis. We do a kids show. I'm gonna have to get you on that one. I think they would love that because Skylar's over here.
You're
just
hallucinating
here.
too. You spent too much time with
Skylar's
him.
in the corner over there looking at you like you're crazy. She knew that already though. But it's so interesting that in order for the right thing to happen, people have to come together and collectively do the right thing, and that ultimately is the mission of the Matthew Shepard Foundation. If you really just So what are your thoughts on that and watching people and all of these heroes rise up, and these people sort of, it's not like you haven't seen that before, that when a group of collectively smart, is that even right, smart-minded people come together, the right thing can happen, What do you think about what you're seeing with that and some of these beautiful stories you're seeing on the news about people trying to take care of other people just by doing the right thing?
Well, it's really important that we see them to remind us that those heroes are out there.
Yes.
But it reminds me of what my dad used to say is things like war, national tragedies, 9/11, war, pandemics, anything that is threatening humanity brings out the best in people, but it also brings out the worst in some people. And we just need to be aware of everything that's going on around us and remember that there are heroes, yes, and they far outnumber everybody else,
Yes.
thankfully.
Yes.
But it does bring out the worst in some people
Yes.
as well. And we just need to keep that in mind too.
Yes. And ultimately that's been, your fight for so long with what you guys do with the foundation is trying to turn this around so that people make the right choices, and ultimately do the right thing. Yeah.
Well, I know it's going to happen. I know people are going to join together and the right thing is going to always happen. It's going to continue to happen because by and large, human beings are good people.
I agree.
But the environment sometimes changes that, and it scares people, and the way things they are exposed to and influenced by others.
Yes.
Definitely plays a role in how things end up working out in the end.
Yeah, and I think that's really important too. When I first started just doing the work that I was doing, when I met Judy, which is, by the way, this is sort of the anniversary of when we met. We met on Easter Sunday.
Yes, we did.
Yes,
all those years ago. And
all those years ago.
you are the very first person that I met in regard to this work, and the only one still in my life. There's like a handful left from that very first day.
And how many hairstyles has she gone through in that time?
Yeah, how many?
He's talking to
April
me. He's
99
talking
is
to
when
me.
we
Yeah,
met.
yeah. It's how many hair colors. I'm getting back to it. Yeah. So I remember though when I started the first few events that we did and the first couple of talking points about the Matthew Shepard Foundation. One of the first ones that really stuck with me as I'm trying to learn. Because really, I did learn so much through the whole journey that we've been on, together, was that hate is a learned behavior, right? And then that so much hate comes out of fear. And that sticks with me being a mom now with Skylar Faith, and being very careful about what she's watching on the news and what she's hearing, but also how easy it is to go from a place of fear and turn that into hate. And like you just both touched on, we're seeing that happen right now, unfortunately, with these hate crimes happening and the biases towards groups of people for all kinds of different reasons. And go ahead.
Ignorance has always been our enemy.
Yeah.
Ignorance has always been our enemy. If you just don't know enough, you're afraid. And that fear results in things you shouldn't be happening.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we can only say thank you for all of the work that you do. And I secretly know, Judy, that you both now actually travel way more than you probably like to. So when this happened and we were sort of forced to hunker down at home, I thought, well, in one respect, right, that's pretty good because you get to be at home. But on the other hand, Dennis, so that's like he's driving you nuts. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Oh.
You gotta advertise.
That's so good, though.
You gotta advertise.
Hey, and then we're worried. No rodeo this year, right? Do you think? What do you think?
We don't know. The rodeo still may happen.
Yeah.
The college rodeo's been canceled, but the the local rodeos, that's still, July, so
Yeah.
we're waiting to
Yeah.
I know July is kind of the month that that people aren't sure about yet. It's kind of like too far out to cancel, but it's just too close to really. Yeah, I agree. Well, we only know about the rodeo because Skylar, Faith, and Andrew and I all went out to the rodeo last year. It was a promise that we made. I don't know, like 20 years ago, that we were going to come back, and I came back, and we actually had the best time.
Great time.
I'm giving Dennis a hard time, but he's highly entertaining and a whole lot of fun. And he taught Andrew everything Andrew ever wanted to know about the rodeo.
About rodeo,
I mean,
yeah.
you got an actual education.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I was just cheering for the little calf.
Yeah, we had to sit away from us because that's not going to do the rodeo.
No, I know. Yeah, I know. I was giving you guys a bad name in Wyoming. Well, I'm really glad that you could be here today, and we love seeing you, and it's nice to actually be able to see you and give you. Skylar's over here. She wants to say hi. You can wave. I think they can see you.
You can come around.
Yeah, you can come around.
Skylar,
and
hey,
say hi.
Skylar.
Yeah.
Pretty.
And we love you, and we're glad that you're both safe, and we're glad that you're both okay. And the work that you do is so incredibly important. Believe me, we all can't wait till you're able to be out and do that again, in person, because it's so important when people are able to connect that way with both of you. But the most important thing is that everyone's safe right now, and that you're healthy and okay. And
stay home, stay healthy, stay inside.
I like it. I like it. That's good. Can you make that a jingle? No, I mean, not maybe for the next show, for the kids show with the crazy hat.
What I say is stay safe, stay well, and stay inside.
I love it. And stay sane. I feel like we have to add that. Stay sane, because I'm not sure.
Well, I am, but the other half. Don't worry about it.
You two are pretty cute. That's a lot of years of marriage for them to be able to have fun like that. Well, we love you. We'll put all the links up below so people know what's going on with the foundation. Hugs to everyone else, too. Hugs to all the people in Denver.
Thanks to everybody watching.
Yes. You're getting
Always stay safe.
Thanks, everybody.
We'll see you sometime in the future, somewhere in the part of the country.
There you go. All right. I love you both so much. You take care, okay? All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Those are my friends. That's Judy and Dennis Shepard. Surprised that we got Dennis tonight, which is great. And of course, they're quarantined, if that's the correct word, together at home. They spend so much of their time fighting hate and doing the right thing all over the country. They speak, they do works with, of course, with concerts, and I'm considering Matthew Shepard with the Laramie Project, with hate crime, legislation, all that they do, so much that they do. And so being home is hard because we don't have their voice out there in public. But I'm really glad personally that I got to check in on them and see that they're doing okay, and that Dennis is just as fun and silly as always. He was really funny when we went out there with Skylar Faith. Skylar just went,
Yes.
yeah.
Even before I went to bed.
Yeah. You mean feeding you sugar and not letting you go to bed? Yeah. Thanks, Dennis.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
Anyway, so thanks for tuning in. Before we go tonight, I mentioned this earlier, and I know that our opening got a little bit messed up. Something happened with the Wi-Fi, which is odd, but I think a little crazy. So it froze a little bit. But if you go back and listen to it, we shared a beautiful version of Love is Love, which is the companion piece to What Matters, which was written 10 years after What Matters, and it was the one voice chorus doing that. And the reason I bring this up is because the song is, through my relationship with the Matthew Shepard Foundation and the work that they do to end hate crimes and bullying and erase hate, which is #EraseHate, really good message. But that song has had many lives, and so along with me doing my singer-songwriter version of it, chorus choirs have performed it. A beautiful arrangement by Kevin Robinson, and I know that several of those choirs, well, I would imagine all of them right now, are not able to meet. Like I was speaking about, they aren't able to be part of a community, and so this month I was headed to Nashville in Harmony. They are the local choir here, community choir, and they were performing What Matters at their upcoming concert, which I believe has been postponed right now. And I was going to have the chance to hear them rehearsing What Matters and talk to them. So my heart's with them, because I know as singers, especially singers in a group setting, when you're not able to be around that choir. Another choir that is doing a lot of this virtual choirs, if you've seen that online, where they're all getting together, they're in their own space, right, Scott? So they're in their own little space, but they're all recording these amazing songs. FS Men's Choir just did it. I'm thinking about all my choirs right now that I've worked with. New York Gay Men's Choir, GMCLA, they're just all coming to mind. But one that I want to share with you right now is the San Diego's Women's Chorus. Let's see if I've got it here. Let me see if I can grab it. And this is a little bit of what they did today.
You were the brightest angel heaven had ever seen. You walked in with a story to tell and 10,000 tongues to scream. And you said, doesn't your heart beat the same as mine? Haven't I told you 1,000 times? Isn't the air in my lungs the same you breathe? So who cares whose arms I'm all wrapped up in? Who cares whose eyes I see myself in? Who cares who I dream of? Who cares who I love?
Oh, thank you so much. That's sdwc.org. That's the San Diego's Women's Chorus, who I have had the pleasure of performing that piece with. And I know that it's hard when you don't have your people. You know, it's hard when you don't have your people. Kathleen, thank you so much for being able to put that together last night, I think sometime around midnight, with even people who were just about to be in labor, I think is what you said. That's what I think, Karen, right? This is a hard time, and we have fun. We do fun things. For instance, tomorrow is 80s night. What? Tomorrow's 80s night. That's right. We have a surprise guest for you that's going to take you right back to the 80s. We are going to dress up. You dress up. This is what you do. You dress up. You do the hair. You do the neon. You do the glitter. You do the side pony. You do the glitter. Oh, she's so excited. That just changed everything. Remember, this is the little girl who yesterday when we told her it was an 80s party, she said, that sounds like it's like something 200 years ago. 200. So dress up, send your pictures in like right before 6, anytime before 5:30, let's say, and we're going to show them. Oh, that's right, we're going to show them. And then also Friday, we have our Fun Friday. We've got a cooking segment with Mary Beth from San Diego. She's going to cook something fabulous right out of your pantry. Andrew's going to do some cocktailing for us, and we'll also have another guest, so it's going to be really fun. And then, of course, next week, lots of great guests. Another kids show is on the way. A country night is on the way. That's right, content. Come up with ideas, because this seems to be going for a little bit. But I do want to say that even though we're able to have this lightness, we know so many people are hurting for so many different reasons. Loss of life, frustration, fear, not being able to be with their loved ones, not being able to see their loved ones, not being able to connect the way that we normally do, not being able to just hug. And we understand that, and we're glad that we just have this little moment together a little bit every night before the ZD burns that's in the oven to give you big virtual hugs. I like to say that your vibe attracts your tribe, and I love my tribe. I'm so happy to see all of you tonight. Beautiful, beautiful people checking in, friends near, far, new, old. Just remember to love one another. Don't ever let hate win. Rise above with love, erase hate, and have a great night. We will see you tomorrow when we go back to the future.